take the risk. That's it.
Be confident. Confidence is sexy. Flirting's great. I think you should flirt with everyone.
If they see you again, you've done well.
Commit to it, don't take yourself too seriously, and laugh it off.
And play the numbers game.
If you learn in English as well, don't feel, I'm a Spanish, so don't feel any, don't be shy to just talk.
Apparently, a bar lady feeding you ice is a hint that she likes you. I didn't know that.
Always be ready, because if you're going out with someone, the night could go anywhere.
Nice natural wine bar, that's what we like.
Living in Brighton, you've got the biggest date arena right
Beach.
There, the beach. So easy every time.
That's what we do.
Sunny day, couple of beers.
It's the town to live in.
It certainly
It's
is.
the city of love.
Absolutely.
Hiya, welcome to Easy English. Today I want to get dating advice from the people of Brighton. I want to know where to meet single Brits, where to take them on your first date, and how to know if they really like you. Now before we get started, if you're a fan of Easy English, then please don't forget to subscribe below. Here we go. So what advice would you personally give to dating Brits?
Dating Brits.
Be ready to meet loads of different personalities, because everyone's kind of crazy in their own way.
Like, just go up and talk to people. You'll be surprised at how receptive people are. Even if they do seem kind of standoffish, if you go up and chat to them, they'll probably be pretty okay with having a talk.
Be yourself, find a nice pub. Don't order for them. And let them drink you under the table.
Okay.
Worked for me.
The more dates you go on, the more chance of success you're going to have. It's definitely one of them.
Play the numbers game, is that what
Well,
that is?
kind of. More in terms of you're going to meet someone more chance of meeting someone you get along with.
Okay.
Because most of your dates, you might like them, but you also might not get on.
Personally, I do climbing, and it's a very community-oriented sport. So if you find something that's very community-oriented and you just get to chatting to people, you already have an in with people, so you can just chat to them about, well, with climbing it'd be like, how's the route going? How are you falling? Because you're not usually climbing that much, usually falling off.
Do you have any general advice you'd give for dating a Brit? What are we like?
Some of them are into like just chilling and relaxing, and other people are into going on zip lines and stuff, so you have to be prepared.
I can be a little bit hard to read whether I like you or not, because I treat most people pretty much the same.
Where would you generally sort of go on a date in Britain?
Anywhere with hot drinks. Anywhere, yeah. Coffee, tea, anywhere like that.
Where do Brits go on dates?
Usually to like bars or pubs, anything like that, but it's probably nicer to think of something more creative.
Absolutely more thoughtful.
My best friend met her wife and their first date was going broccoli picking.
Yeah, walking or just going for food. I think that's British people do that a lot, don't they? They go for food and drinks and
Sitting
that
down
type of thing.
things.
Yeah.
What is like an important attribute you kind of have to date a Brit, do you think?
Banter.
Would you expect to have some banter on a date?
It would take at least a few sentences, a couple of little conversations before,
Okay.
and then we'd slip it in slowly.
You've got to drop the ball, haven't you? You've got to see whether they can take it or not.
What is banter?
It's having good chat, we had this conversation yesterday, not taking yourself too seriously and like knowing how to kind of take the piss out of yourself and take the piss out of someone else, but in a gentle way.
Flirting and banter is pretty much the same thing in England.
Right.
I don't think flirting is, as the movies would put it, it's not as obvious here.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're that nice, are we?
It's a form of flirting, but it's more like banter is flirting, but flirting isn't banter.
This video is sponsored by italki, the site that allows you to find online language teachers for one-on-one tutoring. As a new user, you'll get $10 in italki credits after your first lesson if you register using the link go.italki.com/easy English. If you don't like reading complicated language books or listening to pre-recorded audio courses, then italki is for you. You'll get to practice your conversational skills under different real-world scenarios, as speaking with humans is the best way to learn a language. You can customize your lessons to cater for your learning needs and interests, and the one-on-one lessons provide you undivided attention with teachers at your preferred time. Whether you're at home, at the airport, or at your local park, you have complete access. So head on over to italki with this link, go.italki.com/easy English to start your first lesson and get $10 in lesson credits.
The typical Brits are a bit standoffish,
Yeah.
right? So how would you know if it's going well?
Usually it's just a vibe, so it's hard to tell. And again, it can be quite hard because we are quite standoffish as people.
I don't think there's a foolproof way of asking a Brit.
Okay.
If they see you again, you've done well.
It's kind of hard to read them initially, but if someone, I think that's the nice thing, because for some cultures, everyone is so open that you can read them from the very moment that you meet them.
Right.
But I think a really big sign is if a British person opens up to you.
So how would you know it's going well when dating a Brit, do you think? Would they tell you? Probably not.
Absolutely not. If they don't flat out say, get away from me, you're doing well.
I think that's probably the hardest part about dating, is trying to find someone to date, is, do they feel a connection with you? But again, usually it's just a vibe someone will give you.
I think there's nothing more beautiful than to ask someone, how are you? How are you finding? You having a nice time? I'm really enjoying spending time with you. I'd love to see you again. Does that feel right to you? I don't know, just being open and conscious and honest.
You could ask them, but I would say save that for the very end, if at all. Try to read it from their body language.
I think in this day and age,
I think it's hard.
if they continue speaking to you.
Yeah, if they message you afterwards, you know if they like you or not.
Right.
We find, especially with the online stuff, like we said, it's so easy to just not talk to someone again.
If they laugh, if they have genuine laugh, I think. For me, that's a good indicator. Because if I see it's a genuine laugh, I feel like they're comfortable, they're having fun, so that makes me uneasy as well.
How important is humour?
Humour.
In the dating game?
You've got to laugh, you've got to live, you've got to... I think so. You've got to amuse each other, no? Have to be entertaining.
Totally. Is humour good?
Humour's definitely good. Humour's probably the number one thing people look for when they're in a person.
It's important then?
It's very important. You don't want a serious date. You may as well go to a serious meeting.
Suits.
Yeah, suits. Yeah, no suits. No, I think, humour's like priceless, really, isn't it? You got to laugh.
I think I'm kind of humorous, but it's for other people to judge. I think my jokes are funny, but hey, it's me.
But you're self-deprecating, and that's a very modest feature.
Yeah, apparently so.
Do you do things like cheesy chat-up lines? Do you do flirting? Do you do...
Flirting, yes. Cheesy chat-up lines, no. That comes later.
That
definitely comes later. Once you know you've won that battle, you can start to use the cheesy chat-up lines.
Okay.
You're not going to scare them away too far.
I'm going to be honest, I think they work kind of well, just being really cheesy. It shows you're fun.
I'm not a fan of that. No, I'm not a fan of that. I think better to be natural, right?
Well, Don't be cheesy.
Don't be cheesy. Just be yourself, I think, because then you're more inclined to find the right person.
I think they actually don't work as bad as people make them out to be, just because they're kind of fun.
Thanks for watching this week's episode. If you're a fan of Easy English and you want to help support our work, then please go to the link up here to become an official Easy English member. And in return, we'll give you some language learning goodies. And as always, we'll see you next week. Ta-ra!
I don't know if we're giving very good advice, but...
I mean, it worked for us.
Just be you, be
It worked for us, we're happy.
Yeah, definitely.